Real quickly before we begin, I want to thank this video's sponsor, carmarshal.com. Carmarshal.com can save you lots of money on buying used or new vehicles, cars, trucks, school buses. If you want to save money, I'll have a link in the description down below. I know I'm going to...
On this Police Memorial Day, the entire community is mourning the officer who died in that crash this morning.
Action News Jack's Christy Turner's live at JSO headquarters this noon. And Christy, the sheriff says this death is a particularly hard one to take in.
And flags are flying at half-staff here at JSO headquarters downtown for Peace Officer Memorial Day. But this day is taking on new meaning as JSO mourns the loss of one of their own. An officer was killed in an early morning crash around 4:30 this morning on 295 in Alta Drive while responding to another crash. Sky Action News Jax gives you an aerial view of the scene. You can see the patrol car there next to the tree, just completely mangled. The cause of the crash is under investigation, but JSO says weather likely played a factor. Now, Director Mike Bruno with the Sheriff's Office says this tragedy is another reminder of the risk the men and women in blue take on every day.
Heroes are the individuals
From Sky Action News, Jax shows you the patrol car being towed away from the scene. The officer's identity has not been released. JSO says they are working to notify his family. It's really a tough day for the agency, and Mayor Lenny Curry says the entire city is in mourning.
It's a very sad and tragic reminder that, any time a member of our law enforcement goes out on a shift, no telling. Their family doesn't know what they're walking into, driving into.
And you can see a black and blue banner above the entrance to the police memorial building here. We're working to learn more about who this officer was and how many years he served in the agency. We expect JSO to release his identity at some point today. We'll continue to update you as we learn more information on this tragic story. For now, reporting live outside JSO headquarters downtown, Christy Turner, CBS 47, Action News Jax.
So this morning about 4:30, we had an officer responding to a vehicle crash up on 295. While responding, he crashed his vehicle and subsequently died at the hospital this morning. So we are not releasing his name. We're still working on next of kin notification at this point. So we would ask, if you have it, not to release it. We think it may be out, but don't release his name as of yet until we can make contact with the family. And really right now under investigation. It is a single car crash. That's what we know. FHP is up working the investigation, and we'll know more as it unfolds throughout the next several days and weeks about the crash. But it looks pretty simple, pretty straightforward. Weather was probably a factor, I would imagine, but again, we'll let the investigation play out and see where we go.
How is everyone doing? Today is Police Memorial Day, right? I mean, and we have a funeral in another county today for an officer. Just tragic.
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, so we have a contingent up in Washington, D.C. today. Steve Zoner, the FOP president, many of our honor guard, many other JSO family are up in D.C. So it's a tough day for JSO and for the city overall today too. Absolutely.
Traffic's one of the most dangerous things that you all do. Talk about that, because again, wet conditions this morning and dark, and obviously trying to get to something quickly.
Yeah, if you're going to get hurt in this job, one of the main ways you are going to get hurt is in traffic, a traffic crash of some sort. So, this just reinforces a point that we've been talking about for a little bit over a year now, internally inside the agency, about traffic safety, and I've been talking about a lot in the community too. But it's another reminder of the risk that the men and women of JSO take on every day when they come to this job. It's not just a tagline and a talking point. This is doesn't get any more real than this. So, yeah, tough day for us.
Do we know what shift this officer was working as well? Overnight, I'm assuming.
Midnight shift. Yeah, midnight shift. Unit or two that witnessed the crash, but no, I don't know that if he made a call for assistance or not. I can't tell you at this point.
Is there anything the community can do at this time besides send their thoughts and prayers?
Yeah, just keep the keep the family and the JSO family in your prayers today. I mean, again, tough day for us, tough day for the city, but at this point, that's all. involved in the crash, and of course I especially hate to see a JSO deputy involved in the crash, trying to respond to help someone else, and then finds himself in that position. So, but again, it's part of the inherent risk that every police officer in the country faces every day, and it's just unfortunately hit home here today. So,
Sheriff, it might be a minute detail given the circumstances right now, but I'm sure a lot of people want to know, can you elaborate on what the call was that officer was responding to?
He was responding to a crash on 295. So I've talked to the squad. They were actually looking for the crash. There were a couple of different locations where it had come in, so they were up and down 295 looking for a vehicle that had run off the road this morning.
Do you know if it was that, because when we drove by earlier, it was like a gray vehicle on the opposite side of that embankment. Was that the car that was involved in the crash they were looking for?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
I'm not sure at this point. That'll all be part of the investigation. I'm sure it'll play out in the next few days.
What's the next step?
So next step is, continue to work on family notification, make sure he's got some family spread out, and so we're going to make sure that we reach out and make that contact, and then we've got the work to do inside the agency, and of course we'll honor him appropriately, and all of that will come over the next several days.
Can you tell us, was he a part of the traffic unit or just everyday patrol?
No, he was a midnight shift officer.
Sure. A lot of people are going to be seeing this, I'm sure, going to want to do something, leave flowers. Should they be doing that at JSO, at the police memorial site, downtown at the arena? I know it's very early, but if anyone's wondering, can you tell them?
So it's early. Why don't we do, we'll update that and put some information out on Twitter and share it with everybody about where they can do that. The scene is probably not a good idea, being up on the interstate like that, but we'll create a location that people can do that, and we'll put that information out. Again, very early on right now, but we wanted to make sure that we at least got the word out initially, and as soon as we're able to confirm that we've made appropriate family notifications, we'll release his name and other pertinent information.
Is it safe to say that weather was a factor? Or is it too early?
I would assume so. I'd have to believe, as bad as it was last night, that it was a factor.
Sheriff, I know you can't say his name, but without giving away too much, is there anything you can tell us about this officer, how long he's been with the force?
Yeah, I'm going to hold off until we can confirm, we can confirm that we've made those appropriate family notifications. So, listen, all right, thank you guys, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Hey, Charlotte County, this is Charlotte County COPWATCH, and I just wanted you to know that I am using this stuff under fair use. And also remember to like and subscribe this channel. Also, too, keep in mind I do not make any money on YouTube. This is 5 hours work a day, fighting for freedom. And you can donate with PayPal and Patreon. I just want you to think about this. If everybody gives to PayPal and Patreon, Patreon is every month. Actually, PayPal you can do every month. I have 12,000 subscribers. If everybody gives, I can quit my regular job and go full-time investigations on Charlotte County, and possibly even more and beyond. So just keep that in mind. If everybody helps out, I can go full-time doing this. Thanks.